Oh boy, have I got something special. We're going to be having a new addition to our limited print series. So I buy my limited print games from loads of different places. I mean, if we look up there, we've got limited run games, super rare games, East Asia Soft, the one-offs that they do in conjunction with other companies like Oceanhorn and the Layers of Fear. Then there's also, strictly limited games which I've ordered from and stuff like that. So this here is the first from strictly limited games, and it's only going to keep my wallet crying even more, but my collection growing ever more as well. And there's also a couple of other places that I'm buying games from as well. So I think Warn Collectors is the new one that I'm looking at. But this here is the first from strictly limited games. Let me just quickly check on the front, see if it says anywhere. Where is this one? No, it doesn't actually say. Yeah, it doesn't actually say their thing, but yeah, so this is actually from Germany. I actually thought it was from France. It turns out it's actually from Germany, and don't really know how I thought that. But there we go. On the back of the box, you can see strictly limited games, software distribution from Germany. That is GmbH. Yeah, it's Germany. Yeah, okay. Apologies on that one. I actually thought it was. I actually thought this was from France, but even still, a new place to be getting limited print games from as well. And annoyingly, I've pushed a little bit too hard there and I may have damaged the box, I think. Oh, no, we're good. So let's actually have a look at this once we get it open. I can see as well they actually give a little card, which is pretty neat. East Asia Soft, the PlayAsia exclusives, they do that as well, which is quite cool. I'm really quite a big fan of those. Very, very neat. And there's something I noticed on the back that I really want to get straight into right away because it's going to be really exciting to talk about. So we've got a postcard. Unfortunately, it's bent as hell. So it's bent there. It's also bent there on the side. It's a little bit annoying because I'd like to have these kind of mint condition kind of thing. I mean, I'm not too fast. I'm pretty sure if I just even this out, I can kind of, there you go, make it a little bit better. So hopefully in the future, I mean, since now this is their first, hopefully they put it at the bottom rather than on top of the game, so that way it doesn't come out bent over the top like this, because that's how it did. But again, the East Asia Soft postcards that you get are really neat, or the art cards, because this is actually a postcard of all things. But yeah, this is so they give out postcards, pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. Really good solid picture of the front cover and the game itself. I've got no idea what Fox and Forests is, but again, because it's a limited print release, let's put some money down, see how it goes. And now this is going to be joining the... there's a couple of things there before I get into it. So this here is going to be joining the limited print series along with my Switch collection that I've got up there, plus many, many more. And this is the first of their releases. So let's have a look at how they distribute theirs. Actually, and we can use a couple of comparisons for this. I'm going to use the three other main ones that we have. So we've got this one. We're going to compare number ones from every of the limited print series that I've got. And we're going to go through and see how strictly limited compared to the rest. So this here is limited run games. They don't have numbers on the side because Nintendo of America don't allow that. I don't really know why. Here we have Human Fall Flat, number one of super rare games. You can see they does have the number on the side, which is pretty cool. Then we've got number one of East Asia Soft. Nintendo of Japan also allow this, so you can see Nintendo of Europe and Nintendo of Japan, they do allow numbers on the side, so it sucks for those in North America. And then let's have a look at how Strictly Limited do it. So this, again, this is a European company, it's German, so they should allow the numbers, and look, they do. Now, one thing that's kind of annoying, I think the number is upside down? No, it's not. SSL01, Strictly Limited. And you can see as well, they've got their neat little logo there on the side. It's very cool. So, this, you can see all of them have their logos at the bottom. Let's have a look here. All of their stuff, all the logos neatly there at the bottom. And now for Fox, for Strictly Limited, something I just noticed, they have all of their collection put into a single like little bit down here, which is quite new for me because I've never bought from these guys before. Excuse me. Now, two things is really interesting. Like I said, release number 12. This is release number 1 for the Switch, but release number 12 of limited run games Strictly Limited games overall. So if we look at some of the other companies, like I know Warn Collectors are doing that as well. Limited run games have their own numbers for Switch games. But for Strictly Limited, they're going by a universal number. So this is number 12 of Strictly Limited games overall, but number 1 of the Switch series. And I can see as well, this is also numbered. This is number 1065, so I'm just outside the thousand bracket mark. I'm not really too fussed, to be honest. It's the fact that I've got one of these, which is pretty cool. And I'm also happy to have another edition of limited print games to add to my Switch collection as well. And you know what? I'm really happy about the way that this has been done. I really like the logo on the side. I like the little number on the side. We've got the you know, the kind of font logo and all that lot there, all looking all good. And oh, sorry, excuse me, that sneeze has kind of taken me out there. And another good thing as well is the front cover, really solid, really good artwork. And on the back, you can see you've got your standard kind of layout. Fox and Forest is a 2D action platform with RPG puzzle elements inspired by the glorious days of 16 bits. So yeah, it's your kind of standard fare, but I really like the little interesting bit they've got there on the side. It tells you what the number of the overall Strictly Limited game is, and then what number your copy is as well. So that's something that the other companies don't do. Really interesting. That's a little bit disappointing. There's no manual. I guess maybe because they can't quite afford it. But we've got a nice picture of the artwork there. And inside we have the cartridge, Fox and Forest. We've got the artwork itself, a little bit different from the front cover. What the hell is that bird doing? That bird is being wrecked. I was like, oh shit, the fuck, are you seeing this fox behind me right now? Yeah, so we've got some really nice artwork. Really, really cool. And we've got the cartridge itself. So yeah, the difference here is there is no manual, it seems, or art book or anything like that at all. But again, where they differ, they've got these two numbers on the back. So overall, pretty happy about it. I'm really, again, as I've just said, I'm pretty happy to see that we've got another limited print series to look out for, add to the collection. And for their first outing, I think they've done a really good job. It would be nice to have some sort of artwork kind of thing, because every single one of these do the same. So there's just the Japan one, the UK European one, which is kind of fallen out there. And then we've also got limited run games. So they all do theirs. It'd be nice to see if Strictly Limited can at least get something along those lines. I mean, the postcards are pretty cool. Nothing really wrong with that. But yeah, no, really good stuff at the moment. I'm really happy to see that we've got another one. I think they've done a good job so far. And I'm going to see what this game is about, actually. It looks really interesting.